There's no drugs, alcohol in moderation. That's bullshit. So the next time somebody says, well, you can have anything in moderation, tell them to go to hell. They don't know what they're talking about. They're obviously not an addict. Well, good morning, everybody. Here I am out in the morning sun again, and I've gotten to the point where I really love this. I really love this. I want to talk today about what I think might be the most important thing that we have to face if we're trying to get healthy, get in shape, actually succeed on one of these diets that we've started so many times and always fallen off of. A subject I don't think is talked about nearly enough is addiction. Oh, sure, we talk about alcohol addiction, and we talk about drug addiction, and we talk about substance abuse and fentanyl and cocaine and heroin, and we talk about all that stuff. But when's the last time you ever heard food addiction mentioned on the mainstream news? How about never? And I think that if you had to rank these addictions in the actual damage, deaths, and suffering that they caused, I think food addiction, and especially carb addiction, would be hands down at the top of the list, not just at the top of the list, but 1,000 feet above the list. And yet, gets no attention, but it is. And I've always known that it's a strong addiction. And that addiction is what makes the food companies, the drug companies, and the medical establishments so much money. They certainly don't want to change it. So here we are, we're stuck. And I think the biggest thing we have to figure out as people trying to better ourselves is how in the hell can we fight this addiction, and how the hell can we keep it up and sustain it? Even people that have been off of alcohol for 10 years still can't drink a thimbleful lest they fall off the wagon. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I started trying to get my message out there. And my message, if I had to rank it in salient points from top to bottom, at the top of the list would be 0 carbs. Like the top of the list for an alcoholic is 0 alcohol. The top of a list for a drug addict is 0 drugs. There's no drugs, alcohol in moderation. That's bullshit. So the next time somebody says, well, you can have anything in moderation, tell them to go to hell. They don't know what they're talking about. They're obviously not an addict. Most of my advice doesn't apply unless you're an addict. That kind of limits my audience or potential viewers of my channel to about 80% of the human population. And, you know, I'm happy with that demographic. So, just so you don't think you're alone, and if you happen to think that, boy, this guy Mitch, he's conquered all of his demons and all of his addictions, I'm here to tell you that I still struggle with addictions on a daily basis. No, maybe not food addictions, but there's habits that I have that I haven't given up yet because they don't have any calories. And my goal has been to get in physical shape. The habits that I have left, it's debatable whether they're actually even hurting me. So I haven't felt the imperative that if I don't give up these habits pretty soon, I'm going to be in big trouble. You might think a lot less of me when I tell you this, but for the past 50 years, I smoked cigars. I never smoked cigarettes. I never inhaled any smoke. I puff on them. I relax. I love it. And this has become my comfort and relaxation go-to in my life, exactly like food has become ours in general. Now, I don't want to believe this is bad for me. My grandfather smoked 5 cigars a day his whole life and lived to be 102. Look at George Burns. That's what I want to believe, just like we want to believe all of the evidence that actually allows us to go on enjoying our friggin' habits. The second habit that I have that I'd like to give up is coffee. I've been drinking coffee for more than that. I've been drinking coffee all my life. I love my coffee. The community is split. Is split. Is coffee good for you? Is coffee bad for you? I mean, it's a running joke. If coffee's bad for you today, just, wait a year and it'll be good for you again. Nobody knows, but it is addictive, and anything, whether it's caffeine, nicotine, sugar, anything that screws with your endorphin release in your brain, with your dopamine release, serotonin, anything that fools or affects the levels of your neurotransmitters can become highly addictive in human beings. So I tried quitting coffee for 30 days. I didn't notice any difference. I just missed the ritual of sitting down first thing in the morning with a nice hot cup of coffee, black coffee, and sipping it. So until I find out that it's going to kill me tomorrow, I'm probably going to keep drinking coffee. As far as cigars go, sometimes I think it is the last simple pleasure I have in life. And until I start seeing all of these 90-year-old cigar smokers that I know dropping like flies, I'm probably going to keep doing that too. Anyway, that's enough for this morning. And thanks for watching, everybody. And thanks for the support of the community. And we'll see you in the next one. Take the rest of the day off. Eat meat.